Shalom lachem. Zman Kabbalah.
Hello, and thanks for being with us here live with Dr. Laitman. Hello, everyone. Hello, Acheli. Hello. And today is the eve of the 9th of Av, the Jewish Valentine's Day, so to speak. How do you celebrate it? I'm young, and the day of love, Tu B'Av. The problem is that Kabbalists, they perceive love a bit differently. It's the connection that has to exist among all people, above all of their differences, keeping all of their differences, because it says so. Love covers for all crimes, meaning that in this love, no one tries to bend each other, but in our love, we want to love the person as he is. As he is. That if I don't like something about someone else, that there is something about the other, and therefore I can't like that person, then I have to correct myself until I love that person without trying to change that person in any direction. So what follows is that no one has to correct any other thing in life but themselves, but has to correct himself until he loves everyone. Sounds hard. It's very obligating, it's hard, but this is the only way that love can exist, because otherwise all the rest of the ways that we try, the means that we try to come closer to one another, this leads only to hate, war, conflict, dispute, strife. Look at the world. So what do I have to do if I see that Dudi, I don't like the way he looks. I don't know, I don't like him. I understand what you're saying. When I look at myself, I also have to kind of, first of all, we leave our external examination of people. We don't look at anyone externally. I can't examine anything this way because I see how much I love my child or my grandchild, because in my eyes he's always most beautiful. It's like any mother with her children, but it's not the truth. Therefore, we're not running the examination according to one's external appearances. Not at all. And in general, it's unpreferable, and I learned this from my teacher, the Rabash, who was a tremendous Kabbalist. He said, he told his students who wanted to get married, he said, you have to look at a woman, and also a woman, look at a man. You shouldn't appear repugnant towards each other, because there are some things that come from nature that you can't overcome, but still it's external. Yes, but it's not that you love her because of her beauty, but she simply doesn't reject me. All the rest, it's the way you develop your attitude towards her or him, that you start loving her because you change yourself. And to the extent to which she seems to you bad in some way, demanding, persistent, with her caprice, with her different twists in her character, you have to try and behave such that you will like all these things too. Why? Why? In order to correct yourself. In order to correct yourself. Otherwise, what are we connected to each other for? Because man and woman, divinity, between them, that we want to reveal the upper force between us. How? To the extent to which we want to reveal the Creator between us. It is the force of bestowed and love. That's the Creator. It's not a third thing. It's bestowed and love of our own, one towards the other. That's called the Creator. This is how we'll reveal this force that exists in the world. We reveal it only on condition that we relate towards someone with love and someone relates with love to me. So that's the Creator. So towards each other, in this mutual interconnection, warm, devoted interconnection, what we feel is called the Creator. So I have to shut up about her caprice and and also give her an example that she has to do the same. And then suddenly you transcend to feel the Creator between you, and you feel in heaven, really a perfect couple. And if you're going to correct each other, to bend each other, then there's war up to divorce, and that's that. But there are times that you can't, you're full of criticism, and right, you have to talk about it in calm times for you to understand that this is how your relations are set on purpose. Okay, in a relationship, we have a mutual interest, but suppose Dudi and I, we work together. How do we do that? Then on a different level. Not in a relationship, but on a different level. That, first of all, you have to respect each other, but in a very business-like way, in a very broad way. I respect everything about him that seems good to me and that seems bad to me to the same extent. To the same extent. What I like about him is every bad thing and every good thing, because by that I correct the distorted way in which I see him. In a relationship, I have an interest, domestic peace, this, that, kids. By this I correct my soul. I reveal the upper force. By this I enter the upper dimension. I reveal heaven. I reveal an eternal life here between us. As simple as that. It's so close. And all of us are failing in it. It's like we're using others for a spiritual advancement. And what? This is how we are towards each other. So this is the correct exploitation of others. Everyone has to say the world was created for me. But how are you using it? What for? By coming closer and closer to the other up to the point where you love them. That's called using. I wish everyone would use each other this way. And also, when you look at someone else and you see different bad things about that person, repugnant things, you have to understand that it is all arranged by the upper force in order to correct you. You don't see others, you see yourself in others. It's called anyone who flaws others. He blames them or flaws them because of his own flaws. So what, instead of seeing it in myself, I see it on her? I just changed my focus? Because you never see bad things on yourself. I'm perfect, that's true. I can see good things about myself. I can see some bad things about myself, just a bit, compared to what we have to say about you. But there is a kind of inner reflection, and also, should I also love myself? Do I have to accept myself as I am? Only to the extent to which you love others, you can love those same qualities in which you love others, you can love them in yourself too. Okay, another question. You said that your teacher, the Rabash, he did not relate to a person's externality at all, but no. He was very critical about these things. He had a very sharp eye for everything. But what the eye sees, this is one thing. And the way a person directs himself to see others, that's something else. So I shush what my eyes sees. No? Don't shush it. Why was this criticism given to us? It was given to us in order for us to correct it. And then, love covers for all crimes, for all those crimes that I see in everyone else, but cover, not to erase them. Here too, there is a special correction. Otherwise, I can never complete anyone. I want to understand what a crime is. A crime is that when I see a problem about something with someone else, it's a crime. He simply rejects me. Yeah. So what is a crime? A crime is that you see him that way, that I am aware that I see him that way, that you see him that way, that's called your crime. But on the most human level, yeah. Every Adam and Eve, everyone. You have to see that they are perfect and that you're not, up to the point where you reach love towards them, and then you are perfect too. You've corrected yourself. And when you upgrade your attitude towards everyone this way, you disclose the upper force more and more. You see the past, present, and future. You rise above time and space. You start feeling that you're among souls, because by relating to others in love and you connect with them, you discover how the upper force, the force of bestowal and love, dwells among you. By that, you disclose your soul. By that, you reveal your upper dimension, meaning your eternal life. And it's not simple. Therefore, love is the final stage of correction. Love another as thyself. This is the rule of all the corrections, and the Torah speaks only about love, only about doing that. Don't take an example from our life, but about what it really speaks about. What am I looking to see in everyone? I understand my criticism. Every state in life starts with criticism at any given moment. This I'm aware of. I look now, immediately I have criticism. Plenty of it. What do? What am I looking for now? That it's me, that it's you. That you see about the other. In the other, you see a projection of your own ego. But it could also make Dudi feel real proudful. Look, I see how wrong I am. You could also look at it that way. What then? You can twist it in a million different directions. That's true. Again, my question is, I'm critical towards a certain state, a certain person that's standing in front of me. Automatically, by your nature, by your ego, our ego is egoistic, you are aimed at seeing in someone else something less than yourself. Our ego always wants to see ourselves that way. To some extent, we're more. And therefore, I'm always critical about these things. Immediately, along with it, I have to activate my point of truth. If I want to develop it, this point, that what I see in the other, naturally, without mixing my self-criticism into it, I see my own flaws. Meaning what? These flaws, they don't exist in the other? They do. But I'm not supposed to see them. Because if I see them in my ego. If I'll correct my ego, then he'll look pretty? No, I'll see that person as he is, only. I like him. I love him. Meaning, I don't only have to bring myself to a neutral state, but I furthermore have to bring myself to connection and love. Why? Because everyone that I meet in life, he gives me the opportunity of correcting our relations and revealing the Creator between us. And so I have to be grateful. And then, to the extent to which I reveal that I hate that person, that I don't like them, and how much he helps me in this respect, and I overcome myself up to the point where I reach connection with him and love, by this I reveal the upper force, I reveal my eternal life, here and now. As it says, you shall see your world in your lifetime, meaning this principle of love another as thyself. It's something tremendous, huge. It's not just love. It's not Valentine's Day or something. It elevates us to the next world, to a different, eternal, whole and complete degree. Overcoming my criticism, is that a correction? Yeah. I don't erase it. It only helps me to overcome with love to that same extent, and to keep both of these things, both the negative and also the positive, both the hate and also the love. And I keep both of them. Therefore, it says love covers for all crimes. That love, it doesn't erase the crimes, but it positions itself in front of the crimes, against the crimes. And then, in between the two, the plus and the minus, there I exist. I use both of them to spiritually ascend. So this is the Jewish Valentine's Day, the Tu B'Av, the 16th of the month of Av. Yeah, and therefore it's considered as the end of correction, the birth of the Messiah, that he was born on the 9th of Av, and he is revealed on the 15th of Av, that he pulls us from this evil world to a higher spiritual degree where we see only the good and we get rid of all of the problems and troubles because they all exist because of the hatred. So why do we celebrate the 9th of Av so closely to the 15th of Av, the Tu B'Av? Because on the 9th of Av, all of the evil, all of the hatred is revealed between us, like the temple was destroyed on the 9th of Av, which is the peak of the hatred, and on the 15th of love we discover on the 15th of Av we discover the love a week later. And then what follows is that we correct the destruction, and therefore these are the days in which the third temple will be built, which is a building of love. It's not the building itself, the stones necessarily in Jerusalem instead of Al-Aqsa, but it's a building of love in our hearts, the connections between us. Yeah. Daniel is asking, everyone knows that love is accompanied with suffering, disappointment. How can we enjoy love without suffering from it? If we really reach love, then we are in a state where we can't leave who we love, and who we love can't leave us. We tie ourselves by iron chains, really, that there's no stronger connection, because everyone fills the others, everyone is fulfilled by the others in the most perfect way. Perfect way. Is it possible to live without love? No. Nature is pushing us towards it. But again, not the corporeal love, where I use the others, especially sex, food, family, those that are serving me, them I love, but that we have to reveal in our relations the upper root, where we're cleaved on in our souls, where we're adhered in our souls, and where we become as one soul. Abraham's asking, what would you recommend people that want but don't find love? You have to learn. The wisdom of Kabbalah speaks about it. You can't reach love without learning how to come closer and realize it, and this is serious work. It's the serious work that a person has to educate himself in a group, he has to study, he has to learn his soul. And only this way can he reach it. Edith is asking, is love something that comes suddenly, or do I have to prepare myself for it to come? You have to grow love. My teacher used to say that love, it's like an animal that we both raise it or grow it by concessions. Each makes concession towards the others up to the point where he loves the other because he ceases to see the bad in the other, but atop the bad he completes it with the good, up to the point where you grow that animal called love, that first of all you feed it mutual concessions. So Miki is asking, then what do you think about love from first sight? What first sight? So you feel hot because of your hormones, suppose. And it goes like it came. Can't be love. Love can come only upon the rejection and the hate If it simply comes so spontaneously from first sight, it's not love. These are hormones. When you're saying that this animal that feeds on mutual concessions, these concessions are atop the critical eye. Well, Adit is asking, was my spouse predetermined? Is it destiny? Is there a connection between our souls? This is something that we don't know. I don't want to confuse anyone, so I'm saying that it's unknown. But try and be in a good relation with everyone, but only with a person who's willing to head for concessions and to grow the love upon all the hate, all the crimes. Connect with that person, and only then can you connect to that person and build a family with them. When you're really angry, there are these moments in life that you're really angry. What do? Between the both of you? Yeah, now I see things about her that I can't take. That's it. You have to say something, So it happens. And then what? You simply burst out. Yeah, you burst out. It's beyond your ability to... you can't correct it. So, afterwards, you regret it, and you try to do different tricks so that next time it won't happen. And next time it will happen on a higher degree. But the main thing is that it won't turn into a habit. That we see these things as the most severe ones because by reaching completion from big hatred, mutual anger, by this we perform corrections in the soul. Okay, Alona is asking, what do we do if we have to protect ourselves from someone that wants to harm us? No, this can't happen. This is forbidden. There's no such love that someone beats me and I love. No. We're talking about love in such cases where the negation, the rejection comes from me. And not in a way that a person really is about to harm me. If he's about to harm me, I have to protect myself. Isn't it also a picture of reality that I depict inside myself? No, here you really have to see that it's realistic, that a person's not neutral, but that he is really has bad intentions towards me. How do you rise above the ego and you bring yourself to a state where you can listen to others? If I know in advance that by improving my relations I'm going to correct my soul, then before me there is no greater goal, no more preferable goal. If so, I see my entire life as an opportunity for correction, for the revelation of the soul, for the revelation of the Creator in the soul, that I see the upper world already now in our improved relations. Then what do I care about the rest of those little earthly things where all of us see some kind of, like a market that humanity is dealing with. So what's the motto? What's the flag that I can go forward with? To relate to everyone with maximum love and good in order to correct my soul. So I start with myself. Yeah, it's not about others at all, only myself. And set an example for others by it. What is incorrect about the way that we're looking for love, and how can we search for it correctly? Danny's asking. Today we're not searching for love, we're searching for sex, tranquility, that I'll be served nicely. We're searching for something for our ego. To begin with, we have to see our partner in life as someone with whom we can reach a state that both of us will correct our soul, meaning so that our relations will be full of love, concessions, and such states in which we will reveal the Creator. This is something that we learn about in the wisdom of Kabbalah. We have to elaborate on it, but these are things that we learn about in our circle. And like we learned that love covers for all crimes, that the Creator is revealed between us, that man and woman, divinity is between them. And then when the law of love is revealed, in it, we reveal from the love of the created beings to the love of the Creator. We start revealing the upper force that dwells in the world. We get closer to it, and so we can control our life. By this, we rise above life and death. We already start feeling the internal flow that exists in nature. Both of the spouses revealed the Creator, or only those who gave up? Only those who gave up. Not gave up, but made a concession. There is mutual. You help each other, but everyone has their role, and there are such cases where one does reveal and advances spiritually, and the other doesn't. Alexei is asking, should I pray for myself to find a spouse, or for others regarding my correction? In general, people that need a spouse, is this prayer heard? No, it's all psychology. There are a few such questions. Maybe we should collect them all. If I pray specifically on the day of Tu B'Av to find a spouse, there is nothing special about all of these things. As it says, Israel are above the signs and stars. And there's no such things as good days. These are only signs. Maybe you're at the day, according to the calendar, it's the Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur, and for you it's the Day of Love. But why did they call it the Day of Love? It should be the Year of Love, a year of love, life of love. Right, because eventually we discover a life where all of the holidays are canceled. Are there such people that for them it's determined that they won't find a spouse? No, nothing's determined from above, one might say, but everything is in the hands of a person. To the extent to which a person changes his ways in life, if he wants to reach a correction, then everything else starts falling in place, meaning that man can choose here. But if it doesn't have to do with choice, then it unfolds like the rest of the people. All the 8 billion, they unravel this way, and that's that. And how many millions, suppose, or even less, I don't know, they try to change their fate. Should there be some kind of expression of love? Expression? Or is it only an inner emotion? It's an inner emotion, and the external emotion is that everyone feels that they live inside the other. As simple as that. Lives inside the other. It's like a mother in her child, inside her child. Because of her love, she wants to feel what's going on inside of him. But should we express love? Or even humanly? No. It depends on the level of your relations, character, and so on. Not necessarily. Love does not demand any external expression. Love itself. It doesn't. It's all internal. And still, everyone determines, every couple determines, every culture, every society, they determine such signs, present something. So what does it actually say what does it actually mean that a Kabbalist lives inside all those that he loves, he feels? Because the law of love is, it connects us, and then a Kabbalist feels that he is connected to the rest of humanity. If we're talking about the highest degree, and the rest of humanity is his soul, all of it, it's one, and that he is in all of them, that he's connected to all of them, and then through everyone he reveals the upper force, the upper world, he reaches the highest degree. But it all has to do with the law of love. And it has nothing to do with any corporeal expression. It's not that he smiles. No. Those that are smiling, you should watch out for them. And this is also why it's called the hidden wisdom, because you don't see it. Strangers can identify it. It's an inner correction. Love, it doesn't have anything to do with our world. Love is only for those who want to reach the secrets of creation. Because the force of love is the upper force. The Creator is love. And anyone who wants to come closer to love has to come closer to Him to reveal Him. So all means are accepted through the wife, through the friends, through humanity. These are all gates to the revelation of the Creator. Yeah, and the rules are the same. It could even be that in a Kabbalist's external behavior we'll see evil and cruelty. No, not especially evil or cruelty, but it's possible that you won't be able to understand him because he works according to the general laws, rules that are different to others. He's not operated according to his ego, but according to a higher calculation. Okay, there's a verse here from the Mishnah that there were no better days in Israel than the 15th of Av. Can you explain? Because love is the completion of our entire development, and our life is headed towards the revelation of the lack of love, and this is what we reveal more and more nowadays, and let's hope that from here on, smoothly, not by way of wars and problems and troubles, but consciously, that the wisdom of Kabbalah explains what and how we will reach a state where we really will reach love. Because the end of our development is the general love where all of us become as one man and one heart. Dr. Laitman, thank you very much. Racheli, thank you very much. Thank you for being with us. Till next time, all the best.